Looking at what happened to M-Pesa, I mean, that was a very successful operation in Kenya, but not so much in South Africa. Are there any lessons learned there for you guys?
Definitely. So we're connecting with mobile wallets in Zimbabwe, which are very successful because there the banking network isn't as well set up as it is in South Africa. Okay. So we're doing that. Soon we'll be launching money transfer to Malawi and Mozambique and Lesotho, and all of that connecting to mobile wallets similar to M-Pesa, because we see the future is in mobile payments. It's actually, I think, another reason why we're seeing quite a lot of success for our offering, which is completely based on transaction processing. So it's cashless on the receiving side. And one of the issues in Zimbabwe at the moment is the liquidity crisis. So because our transactions go straight to mobile wallets and straight to bank cards, we don't have that problem of not having enough cash in our stores. So that's why we're seeing a lot of people move over to Mama Money because of this, because of our integrations with mobile wallets.
Why don't traditional banks just lower the fees? Why does it have to take a startup who's actually got support from someone like Rand Merchant Bank to actually get this going?
I think it's got to do with the fact that the banks, it's not their core business, money transfer. Okay. They focus in obviously the retail bank and retail banking section, and they do cater a little bit for cross-border, but it's not really their core business. Where we come along as Mama Money, and we focus specifically on money transfer cross-border for African migrants, and we set up our whole business to cater for that specifically. So that's how we're able to penetrate the market, I think, better than a bank.
And this kind of model is very much for migrant workers. Do you see it developing into something that South Africans can use amongst each other?
Potentially. So obviously our core business is money transfer for the migrants. So we set up to create a business that is specifically set up for the migrant community who often struggle here in South Africa, and that is something that really happens in the day-to-day. But there are millions of migrants who live here in South Africa legally, who try to support their families back home, and the role of Mama Money is that to make it a little bit easier for them day-to-day. So we're seeing that a lot of people come and send money with us every month, because every month that they send, a little bit more money arrives back with their families back in Zimbabwe and soon in Malawi and Mozambique and Lesotho.
And going back to the Zimbabwe crisis at the moment, where a lot of protesters are being arrested and the police are already trying to stamp down on that, you've got a lot of Zimbabwean workers. What is the sentiment towards that from their points of view? Have you spoken to them?
They're obviously watching with a close eye. They don't really have too much of an opinion of what's going on. They're just hoping that it's as peaceful as possible and that it doesn't get out of control too quickly.
And is there a spike in people sending money over there at the moment?
The sending behavior is as per normal, so we haven't seen any difference over the last couple of days at all.
But I mean, if things escalate, if Zimbabwe goes to a whole new level, are you prepared for an influx? Can your systems handle an influx of transfers?
Sure, we're built to handle volume and to scale our business.
Okay.
So that's not a problem. Or not a challenge. We're also looking at value remittances as an alternative. People during these times might want to not send money but buy groceries or fuel, things like that. So we're looking at expanding our offering to be able to cater for not just money transfer but value remittances as well.
Well, I mean, with 5% is quite low, and it's good for, I'm sure, the migrants to know that they've got a tool now that really gets that money over to their loved ones at a cheaper price, especially in these trying times. So look forward to seeing where Mama Money takes you guys.
Cool, thank you so much.